winning the Derby at the Curragh, he really stretched and reached for the ground all through the last half furlong. Easter Sun goes in. Bicala about to go in. Assert Evans favourite. Bicala 11-2. Kalaglow 13-2. 10-1 bar those three. And Joe just waiting to go in stall 9 on Joe Nicaria. Joe Nicaria goes in. Let's join Peter.
That's it. They're all installed for the 32nd running of the King George VI and Queen Elizabeth Diamond Stakes. The white flag up there under orders underway, and a little bit slow was Height of Fashion there, and going on in the early stages is Bicala with La Fontaine on the inside. La Fontaine on the inside of Bicala, then comes Glint of Gold in third, Kalaglow in 4, 5 just behind him is Easter Sun, then comes Assert, Critique, and then Height of Fashion, who's just relegated Dronicaria to last place, and now Bicala has taken over. Bicala and young Serge Gawley in the lead from La Fontaine. Then comes Kalaglow and Glint of Gold, then Assert towards the outside of Easter Sun, then Height of Fashion, Critique, and finally Dronicaria. Racing towards the mile pole, and still Bicala for France in the lead from La Fontaine in second. Kalaglow going smoothly in third. Glint of Gold is 4. Assert the favourite is 5. Then comes Easter Sun, then Height of Fashion, then comes Critique, and finally Dronicaria. Racing towards the 7 furlong pole in the King George VI and Queen Elizabeth Diamond Stakes, and Bicala with a 2-length advantage over La Fontaine in second. Kalaglow going smoothly in third. Glint of Gold comes next with Assert on his outside. Just behind them come Height of Fashion and Easter Sun and Critique, and finally Dronicaria, and still Bicala and Serge Gawley in the lead from La Fontaine and Steve Cawthon. Then comes Greville Starkey on Kalaglow, then comes Christy Roach on Assert on his outside, and then going well just in behind him is Glint of Gold, then Height of Fashion, who's making progress. Behind Height of Fashion is Critique making ground with Easter Sun. Dronicaria is last, and they're racing towards the half-mile pole now, and as they do so, it's Bicala still on the inside in the lead, being pressed still by La Fontaine. Assert has gone third. Kalaglow's a very close fourth. Then comes Glint of Gold, rounding the home turn in the King George VI and Queen Elizabeth Diamond Stakes, and it's Bicala being pressed now by his younger brother Assert. It's Bicala now from Assert, Serge Gawley from Christy Roach. Glint of Gold is finishing well on the outside. Lester Piggott's poised just in behind him. Kalaglow still well in touch. La Fontaine's losing ground, and Glint of Gold coming there with a very strong challenge now on the right of the picture. It's Bicala over on the far side, Assert in the centre, Glint of Gold is next, Kalaglow is fourth. They're racing up into the closing stages now, and it's Assert with the advantage from Glint of Gold. The 3-year-old from the 5-year-old. Kalaglow is finishing well over on the far side, and it's Assert now from Kalaglow as they race up towards the line. Assert from Kalaglow. Kalaglow is beginning to get up, but as they come to the line, Kalaglow wins it. Kalaglow wins it from Assert. Second, third, Glint of Gold. Then came Critique and Bicala behind them, Easter Sun, and then Height of Fashion, and last La Fontaine. I say last La Fontaine, but Dronicaria in fact is last, a long way behind the remainder. And so the result of the 1982 King George VI and Queen Elizabeth Diamond Stakes. First, number 6, Kalaglow, owned by Mr. A.P. Ward, trained by Guy Harwood and ridden by Greville Starkey. Second was number 8, Assert, owned by Mr. Robert Sangster, trained by David O'Brien and ridden by Christy Roach. And third, number 5, Glint of Gold, owned by Mr. Paul Mellon, trained by Ian Balding and ridden by Pat Edery. Fourth was number 2, Critique. Well, officially, it's a photo finish. Officially a photo finish at the end of this dramatic 32nd renewal of the King George VI and Queen Elizabeth Diamond Stakes. But for me, there is no doubt whatsoever that Greville Starkey, on his 8th ride in this great race, has ridden his 53rd winner of the season. It's his first triumph in the King George. It's number 52 of the season for Guy Harwood. And the letter P in the frame showing a photo, but I think we'll find the winner, number 6, Kalaglow, second, number 8, Assert, third, number 5, Glint of Gold, 4, number 2, Critique, very close for third it is as well, and fourth. But this, I think, will find the winner, as I'm sure you'll agree, as we review the closing stages with Julian Wilson.
Well, what a great race, and what a way to prove that you stay a mile and a half, because Bicala's made this a terrific gallop all the way, and you can see that Height of Fashion, the back of the picture now, is already struggling. Here came Assert, but he was never going to win easily. Christy Roach went to try and wrest the lead off the leader, fully 3 furlongs out. And here he's under maximum pressure and not finding that extra acceleration. On the outside, Glint of Gold comes with a terrific challenge, giving all under the strongest driving from Pat Edery. But now Greville's switched to the rails. Bicala's drifted away from the rails and let Greville switch Kalaglow over to make his challenge. And now the first and second come very close. Assert's still in front inside the final furlong. But it's Christy Roach and Greville Starkey, and Greville's never been stronger. His mount's just wandering a little bit under maximum pressure and a very tired horse. But he's forged his way to the front, 75 yards from the finish, to go and gain a famous victory by about a neck. So Kalaglow it is the winner, Assert second, and Glint of Gold just third in front of Critique and Bicala.